Hey everyone, it's Heather with Tiller. Today I'm going to show you how to get started with our Google Sheets add-on called AutoCat that allows you to automatically categorize your transactions based on a custom rule set. So it really alleviates that manual categorization process that we've had up until this point and should make your financial management workflows a lot more efficient. So the first thing you can do to get started is open one of your Tiller spreadsheets. Click the Add-ons menu, choose Get Add-ons, and search for AutoCat. You can see here, AutoCat first option, click Free. Make sure you choose the Google account that you're using with your Tiller account. Authorize the permissions. And the install will let you know that it's ready for you to create your AutoCat sheet. Click Add-ons, AutoCat, and Create. You can review our Text Get Started guide here via this link. Click Create Sheet. It will let you know that the sheet has been created. Now you can see there's a new sheet in your Tiller spreadsheet called AutoCat. Comes with a few pre-built rules just to give you an idea of how to build rules in your AutoCat rule set, but you can just delete these and create your own. The way AutoCat works is that you build a rule set based on your categories and your spending. At a minimum, you need a category here. Let's choose groceries and a description. And let's just use the word trader as part of the description. So any transaction in my transaction sheet that contains the word trader is going to get categorized as groceries. To run the AutoCat rule set, from the AutoCat Run menu, choose Run. It will let you know AutoCat is running, and then it will let you know how many transactions were categorized. That's the basics. Most of the time, just using a description contains criteria will be sufficient for categorizing your recurring transactions. Things like your rent, your mortgage payment, your car payment, student loan payments, anything where you have a regular recurring transaction the description contains should be sufficient. A couple things to note about the options for running AutoCat are the Apply To settings. We recommend keeping the Apply To setting set to uncategorized in most cases unless you're changing your category schema or you're migrating to a new template. You can choose all and it will review all of your transactions, even ones that are categorized, against your rule set and recategorize if it finds any matches. So use this setting carefully. So you can see we had 11 transactions that were categorized. Let's go check those out. Okay, so every transaction where my description was Trader Joe's has been categorized by AutoCat. AutoCat adds a categorized date in this categorized date column over here to the far right every time it automatically categorizes a transaction. You can build more complex rule sets with AutoCat using the other criteria, including account contains, institution contains, or amounts. The amounts criteria adds a lot of power to categorizing transactions where you spend money at the same merchant, so the description would be the same, but you categorize those transactions using multiple categories. For instance, let's say that some of my shopping at Fred Meyer was groceries. And most of the time, the amounts where I'm spending money on groceries are greater than $20, but less than $400. I can add an amount range for greater than $20 to less than $400. Keep in mind that these values here are absolute values. So AutoCat is ignoring the sign of the amount column. It's looking at 20 or 400. It doesn't care if it's a negative or a positive 20 or 400. It's just looking for any value in that range. But let's say that I also spend money at Fred Meyer on household items like paper towels and aluminum foil and things like that. And most of the time, these transactions are less than $20. So I would use the less than sign, 20. It should pick up anything from Fred Meyer that's less than $20 and categorize it as household. So now when we run the rule set again, it's only going to look at our uncategorized transactions, and it's going to look for transactions that contain Fred Meyer in the description and that also match on these amount ranges. So it looks like it found 2 transactions. Let's go take a look. So it looks like one transaction on December 20th for $14.23 was categorized as household because it was less than 20, and another transaction on 12/22 for $97.66 was categorized as groceries because it was greater than $30 but less than $400. So those are the basics of how to use the AutoCat tool. You can get more complex with the amount ranges by targeting positive and negative in the amounts to override the absolute value default. You can read all about how AutoCat works and the intricacies of how to build more complex rules on the Tiller Help Center, but the recommendation is that you start out building a few simple rules targeting the description contains criteria and a category to better understand how AutoCat works and get you started with using this new tool. The last step is turning on the automatic run feature so that as new transactions are added to your transaction sheet, the AutoCat rule set will run on its own and automatically categorize those transactions that meet any of these rules. It's really easy to do that. Just open the add-ons menu, choose AutoCat, and then select Run Automatically. AutoCat will let you know that this feature has been turned on. Feel free to reach out to us at support if you have any questions or difficulties with using AutoCat. Happy tracking!